have the cool family day. That's my job. That just took farm truck away from it. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. This is it. The engineering is happening here today.
Even if we just pretend to swerve at 40.
I still smile every time I see this thing, eh?
It's too damn cool, man. Yeah, and now all it needs is the XXA.
Don't you just love how it fires up?
This is, I know you guys are all into this, but I really wanted to see the tray go back on.
Yeah.
It's all coming together now. This is so exciting.
It's all just like getting there. So what we have to do is just like bolt down the tray, and then we'll like chuck on the exo cage, and that's like the whole look, like pretty much done.
Do you love it?
You jealous?
Are you kidding? I've started, it's turned from jealousy into anger. I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit jealous. Maybe you saw my face yesterday, and now I'm coming this morning and are you allowed to be jealous of your son? Is that how, does fatherhood work like that? I'm not
Even
sure.
last night when you were talking about it, you could see that you were kind of like, oh, is this the coolest build we've ever done?
I have the cool family day. That's my job.
Like Land Cruiser, yeah, that's all good, it'll go
I feel
anywhere.
like you passed that down.
I'm not ready to pass it down.
No, you need to pass it down.
What, so you get my trophy truck next year? Maybe.
This is going to make the car look tough. Because it looks like a work of art. Like, you know, it's got a couple of things here, but this is going to make it look very
mate, she's gonna look tough as nails, eh?
New toys.
That just took farm truck away from it.
And now it's angry.
Now it looks angry.
Yeah.
It just went like it's not a farm truck anymore.
Yeah. It looks like just as nicer with it on
As off.
as off.
And that's what you wanted.
Hold me, Jack.
We're flying! Jack!
On TV. Skids though. It looks angry. Yeah. Skids.
I forgot how I actually managed to put this in here.
Oh, I can slide it in from the side, yeah.
We'll do it then.
Yeah, because last time I did this, the whole center console was in and I had to try and like fish it in there.
I've built some ridiculous cars over the years, and some very high profile ones too, but I don't know, I've got a real passion for something like this. It kind of speaks to me, this one. Like plenty of race cars, but this is just just different. Love it.
Okay, dash is done. Look at that. Looks beautiful. We're doing the brakes. We're getting all the... Yeah, I'm pumping. Getting all the fluid in there. And Christian has done these. I'll call it Christian, I show them. Yeah. Looking pretty schmick, mate. Little FJ logo on the top. Just gotta put that ball in so it doesn't shake open round. So we're almost getting like to the good part where we get to take it for a little drive, which I'm not sure if you're going to see on camera. So,
Come on, Ash.
yeah, I'm pumping. I keep pumping.
Keep pumping, mate.
Keep pumping, mate. You keen, Jazzy?
Really keen to see it going.
So excited. It's all coming down to it now. I'm going with 2150.
Jesus. 1850.
Exactly 2. I've always wanted to aim for 2, so I'm gonna go with 2. We've all guessed. What's your guess? Jack's at 1850. I'm at
1850.
21.
They're 1880 with the 2F.
Someone could have told me that first. Cool. Is it heavy or is it light?
I honestly thought it'd be lighter than that.
Well, I didn't see anything in there,
What
so
did I
let's
say?
not talk about it.
What did I say? Let's go back on camera. What did I say? 2.4? 2?
Who said 2.3?
Dad. But we're not done.
Okay, we're not telling them.
I'm not done. I'm not done. Show us it.
We're not telling them.
Stop shaking the car. We didn't.
We still got spare wheel bonnet and seat. What is it? So
2.3.
2.3 as it is. As it is.
Dude, she's fat. You still got to put a bonnet on it. You still got to put fuel in it.
Snorkel,
you still got to put a
seats,
spare.
fuels,
You
spare.
still got to store. She's fat.
It's not that bad though.
She's like me and Steve after a weekend at Baskin Robbins. Hey Steve.
Don't worry, I'm catching you, dude. I know everybody's noticed.
I'm losing.
I feel like in my old age, the boys are getting ripped, they're coming of age, and it is now my time just to get fat. Fat kids love cake, if you didn't know that. I do love cake. All jokes aside, she's a little bit fat. How much is it weighing right now? What
2319.
2319 combined, front and rear. It's still got at least another 100 kilos to go on it.
So you still have a,
Bonnet's going to be another 20-ish.
you still have a 1 tonnish
What's that
payload.
Schmerkel weigh? 12 kilo?
Hold on. I was at the gym last night.
Where?
So that's about 8 kilos.
There you go. 8. You are off your head, dude. That's 12, 13 kilos. Every bit
Mate,
of
I was lifting 12.
Put it on the scales, come on. Put it on the scales.
12.1 kilos, Steve.
Oh, you know what I'm doing? Well, actually, right.
Alright. So maybe I haven't been to the gym for a little while. So you were at the gym last night?
I was at the gym last
Hey?
night.
There's at least another 100 kilo to go on it. How much fuel's sitting in it right now?
20 meters.
She fat.
It's not that bad.
How many?
She fat.
What liters?
She's a big one.
Humongous.
Look, why don't you go to the street and get something to eat? I know you hungry.
Alright, so she's definitely going to come in a little bit fatter, but all good. That's alright. I think what we said this morning, that 1 tonne that we were kind of aiming for, we're not going to get. But you got to consider there would be, what do you reckon, Jack? 200 kilo of bar work?
Yeah, at least.
It'd have to be.
It was 180 just in, I think, like the sides and the roof
Yeah.
structure, plus the tow bar and all that sort of stuff. There'd be low 200s of bar work.
Yeah. Besides that, there's nothing else on it that you want to lighten up. We did gusset the out of this frame, I'll be honest. So I think, so the coil plates at the front are a little bit over the top. All the structure through the centre's a little bit over the top for a good reason. You know what I mean?
Feel comfortable with it.
Exactly. For a good reason. Jack feels comfortable with it. So, but look, it's going to give him, well, look, we'll give you all the accurate data when it's finished. But it's still going to give him 800 odd kilos of payload, and that load for a touring car. Well, you consider it's not a tradies yet, so 800 kilos worth of gear by the time he does full fridge, does his rear drawers later on down the track, puts his rooftop tent on and all the rest of it. He'll probably sit and probably just bang on GBM, or just a little bit under. Yeah?
I think it's good.
Yep, I think it's good. Happy?
a large leak. I don't think any of the fittings have actually been tightened, to be honest. Okay, stop pumping. We've got fluid moving, it's just we're leaking everywhere. Well, I got the first leak. I suspect there'll be more.
So we're trying to bleed brakes and the proportioning valve isn't working. So we're going to put it on the hoist where it's a lot easier to work above your head. Pull it apart, free it up, put it back in. The proportioning valve's been sitting for a while, which they don't like to do. They can fail, they seize up, the seals can let go. Hopefully we can get it up, just give it a couple of nicks, it'll work. If not, pull it all apart. And I'm using, what the hell is this?
Wait.
Let's see what happens.
Steve, I want to talk to you about the plan for tomorrow. So it's been 12 months of build. Steve's been working on the trophy truck. We get to the very end and it's like, Steve, we need you to fix the FJ. So he comes over here and fixes the FJ. All done, fixed. All right, guys, you have fun. I'm going. All right, Ash, what do you say to Steve, mate?
Thanks, Steve. Good boy. It'll work. Thanks for your help, man. Thank you, Steve. We'll keep leading and then we'll drive around.
And then we'll go out and do
some laps of the car park.
Burnouts.
No. That is what we are not doing.
But it's got a clutch. And in first gear.
Don't govern it.
And the second gear.
Cold diesels don't
Oh, but
like
it's built for
them.
Gubby.
No
It loves Gubby.
Warm diesel, good. Cold diesel, bad.
Liz, say it, thanks, Steve. Thanks, Steve. We love you, Steve. Love you, Steve.
What is that? That is insane. Oh my God, that is one hell of a beast.
She's still not done, but you get the general picture.
Oh, I've got the general picture a long time ago.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
Don't get too comfortable, you got work to do. How you doing?
Good.
Nearly there. Do I like it? How could you not like this?
Do you like it or do you like you love it?
I just love it. This is too nice to drive. This you know what this
Dad's
belongs?
That belongs in a museum.
You can't take it off road, you know that, don't you? Can't get it dirty.
Yeah, it's
What's going on, boys?
a lot, eh? Yeah, fantastic. Yeah,
Have you seen it like this yet?
Nah, I haven't seen it for months.
What do you reckon?
Crazy. I haven't seen it since we painted the cab.
What's that for winching out for?
You?
He's going to put a big sticker on the front. We're talking about it this morning. It says, I love GQs.
So we just did the brakes, so the brakes work now. Now we're going to do the clutch and then we go and just like hold on the accelerator and dump the clutch and then just move your left foot over onto the brake and then just feather away the brake and the throttle. And Jesse's looking at me like he wants to kill me.
Well, this is a pretty exciting moment. So this is the first time that we're going to see the car driving like 90% complete. It's 6 o'clock on Thursday, so it still gives them tomorrow for the wheel alignment and the final nut and bolt before the engineering on Monday. But if everything goes well right now, there's no reason that Monday shouldn't be successful. But anything could possibly happen. And so let's cross fingers now that there's no major leaks or nothing's gone wrong in the reassembly process, and everything's all good. All right, give it a crack. Are we good?
That's like barely.
Get in, let your brother drive, let's go. Oi, let your brother drive. He deserves it. He does, he deserves it.
Wait, Ash. Ben's using this.
He deserves it. Christian has worked his ass off as much as Ashton has, and he definitely deserves to be a part of the first drive, and it completed. Ashton's already driven it. Now it's time for Yanni to have a crack. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Mama?
Feels good to have this thing running again. I just wish I was in driver's seat, but Christian did help out a lot with his build, so he did a little bit of like a hot lap. So.
Freaking God.
This thing is mental.
Boys, you should say triple black smoke, go right?
This thing's up. Let's go. Makes some decent power. It's like kind of cool, I guess. Wow, this thing pulls. Like this thing pulls. It she pulls. It's got good turbo noises. Makes your power. It feels cool. I know you just feel like you're the man while driving it, I guess. Right. Come on, laps. We need more road so we can open her up.
You go down and up and like swing it left to right as you're coming back up. I want to see what it looks like in there. And then do some big stops.
Can I drive it? Can I drive it or not?
Feels like a black one.
You need to open it up, boy.
Stop.
Seems okay.
Good. That like locks up like that. Unbelievable. That is, it's a weird feeling, eh? It's a weird, it's kind of like you're in the 79, but might just be all that, just like everything's just burning off. Dude. Happy? Yeah? Yanni. Dude. FJ49. It's actually a thing.
Actually, 2H, NA.
Oh.
It's just wrong.
This doesn't feel right.
There's something wrong with it, man. Someone put the wrong motor in your car.
Help me.
Go, give it to me. Give it to me. What the f***? Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah, bro. TDO42 is the best engine ever made, eh? Best diesel.
Yes, you said it. The camera's rolling. You said it. You said it.
Patriot Games Season 5 is launching on YouTube. To share the love with our subscribers, we're giving you the chance to explore the unexpected with this unstoppable package worth over $145,000. This all-new Isuzu MUX 7-seater is not your standard family SUV, with 4x4 terrain command and rear diff lock, plus the Patriot Games special treatment. Kitted out with a full electronic suite from Red Arc, an impressive XRS radio platform from GME, as well as P-Core rims, roof rack and awning. For the perfect family getaway, it's been paired with a brand new Patriot Campers X1N, rigged out with Max Tracks and a fully equipped kitchen with a Dometic stove, rooftop tent and fridge, alongside a brand new Polaris Ranger 150. Loads of camping gear and accessories. You'll be living that unstoppable Patriot life that you've always dreamed of. Get your entries in before June 30, 2022. Enter online now at patriotgames.tv.
Yo! Morning, everybody. Well, morning. Oh, it's still morning. It's almost lunchtime.
Almost lunchtime.
How you feeling after last night?
So exciting.
Hey?
It's just like a whole new, like, energy and just, I guess, motivation to get this thing done. So.
And it is now. Now it's the motivation, it's the energy. It's like trying to pull the reins in on these two. It's almost 12 o'clock, like I said. Now the boys have been up here this morning just doing a full nut and bolt on the car. So they've gone from front to back and just put a spanner over pretty much everything underneath the car, just to ensure that, you know, Monday for engineering. It's Friday afternoon now. We're actually about to put the thing on the trailer for the first time. We're going to take it down to Bob Jane T-Marts in the Rang, our local store. I've teed up with Michael. We're going to give the thing a wheel alignment. Make sure it's spare in the back.
Yep. I might just come in on Sunday just as like a overall check.
Yep.
Like just like to make sure that we hit everything.
Just to come and check on it. Right, you feeling good?
Yeah, man.
You happy with everything underneath? Yeah. Everything's all bolted down?
Yeah.
I haven't been down here all morning. I just walked in here and
everything's good.
Grab me a broom. Seem to be constantly cleaning up after you guys.
I just
at home or at the workshop or where I'm just riding them all the time. Anyway, off to Bob Jane T-Marts, wheel alignment. Pretty exciting. The first time, hey, this is the first time the FJ49 has left Patriot.
Hey lads, how are we?
What's going on?
Awesome. So what do we got here, eh?
Oh, this is Ashton's little project.
Right. Fit up a wheel and maybe give something a wheel alignment, eh?
Yep.
What do you reckon? That's it. Want to learn how to do a bit of a wheel alignment at the same time?
Yeah. Badass. So you're going to see in another episode that's going to come later on in the season. We're building another truck that you guys don't know about yet. We were down here last week.
Yep.
The boys learnt how to fit 40-inch tyres, the rims. That's all we're going to give away today. Now they're going to learn how to do a wheel alignment, which is going to be badass.
Pretty good.
Yep. And now you guys know how to fit tyres, so you can fit your own tyre to your rim.
Yep.
Yeah?
Done.
Cool. You can have a look.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come on, let's rip her off.
I'm excited to see someone else's reaction who has never seen it, doesn't know anything about it. So it's going to be a cool, non-biased opinion, and I'm keen for it.
Beast! What a beast! You guys have nailed it.
Yeah, boy. Straight on the machine, mate.
Hi guys, I introduced you to Mark, my gun wheel liner. Mark's been with this store here for over 20 years.
No way. You've probably aligned a few of my cars. You've been here for 20 years.
Yeah,
what have you done over the years? This is Ashton, this is his car.
How's it going?
This is his brother Christian. So this thing here is we've grafted a whole 79 series drivetrain into a 45 series Land Cruiser. Whole thing's brand new, so it's going to be, everything's going to be out of whack. General touring, not so much. A little bit of rock crawling. It's twin locked, nothing crazy stuff. You probably want more comfort for longer trips in this thing than more, aggressive. let's go find some more wheels for one of my trucks. I don't do the spanner bit. I'll leave that to these two guys. Me and him, actually, we're going to the pub. See y'all.
Yeah, we'll have a six pack while you're there.
So you've got like an infrared beam up there that picks up on these sensors here. Yep. Absolutely critical. That's where the accuracy is so high.
I have no idea what he's talking about, but it's pretty cool. Like, obviously I know what camber and caster and tow is, but never seen how it can be like measured, I guess. This is weird.
Square rear end, that's 0.9 of a millimetre from zero, that's 0.5 from zero, so the rear end is
pretty good.
Very good. I'm more than happy to have my own car.
So maybe, you know what, for all the viewers out there, camber, caster, tow. What are those three? What are those three things, and what do they do?
First off is camber. So if you're looking at the front of the vehicle and the wheels are pointing in like that, that's a negative camber, i.e.
V8 supercar. You know when you see a V8 supercar going down the track and you see the wheels sitting like that? What's the reason for that?
Handling.
Yep.
Handling. High speed cornering. Not as critical in something like this. However, all principles apply. Then we have caster. Now caster is the forward or rearward tilt of the steering axis. In an early vehicle like this, you normally have a lower caster angle. That has quite a high caster angle because of the componentry that you've added to the vehicle. Tow is a measurement of, if you're looking at the front of the tyre, the wheel assembly, if you look down at your feet and you tow your toe, that's toe in, that's toe out. The one measurement, because they're controlled from side to side, unlike the rear, the wheels are linked, the one adjustment. When we have negative cambers or positive cambers, we give a toe to suit that camber. If you were to look at a tyre and turn the tyre to a negative camber position, if you towed that in, it would slightly put more of the foot of the tyre back onto the ground.
On the ground. Yep.
So if you've got a car with a lot of negative camber, you would give that an increased amount of toe in. If you've got a car with positive camber, then you would give that toe out.
Yep.
So it's a compensatory angle. It's because ideally we'd like to have our wheels pointing straight ahead all the time, but we want to be able to go around the corner. So we have the cambers in, so we have a toe angle to compensate for that.
Makes sense?
Okay, let's get this one. Running this at about a 1 millimetre overall toe out, that's all.
Mate, thanks a million. Yeah?
Probably
you kids
welcome.
learned something again today?
Thank you.
Right down here at our local Bob Jane T-Marts. Before we leave, we've got one more thing to do. I'm going to show you how these boys learned some tricks last time we were here. So, the Bob Jane T-Marts here in Nerang, it's a Gold Coast landmark, but I can tell you what's better than that, right? The Bob Jane T-Mart brand. And this isn't a plug, right? This is like, I'm gonna get really deep here for a second. This is an Australian motorsport icon that started a brand, Bob Jane T-Marts. You know, this guy won the Armstrong 500, which you guys all know now as Bathurst. And I think Bob Jane actually won Bathurst like 2 or maybe 3 times, right? Still a privately owned Australian family company. If you know what Patriot Campers and Patriot Games is all about, it's all about the family environment. Work is life, life is work. You know, that whole work-life balance, I don't have it, you know, might be a bad thing for some people around me, but this is what it's all about. And now that we're affiliated with them, you know, brand alignment with Patriot Campers, you know, Red Arc, GME, all the other great Australians that we surround ourselves with. Now we've got Bob Jane T-Marts behind us, and guys, thank you so much, most importantly, for teaching my kids a few more skills that they're going to have for the rest of their life. And I think we're looking good. We're getting ready for Monday. Big milestones coming.
morning. Well, we're here, engineering day. So we're at the Norwell Motor Complex here on the Gold Coast. We just rolled through. The boys are unloading over the weekend. Couple of things went down, which I'm gonna show you right now. We didn't film it. I went and borrowed some fat sacks from a good mate of mine back in my wakeboarding days. We've put 850 kilos of water into the back of the truck. Now, yesterday afternoon, we got the thing lowered back down. We kind of knew it was going to happen, but the guards were hitting the tray, and we had to do a slight little modification this morning, pulling back ash. So in here you can see we've had to cut out the guards. We had to do a bit of a hack job this morning, but we'll fix that up later. How are you feeling about today, homeboy?
Excited.
Yeah? Say that again because Steve was making a lot of noise. God damn it, Steve.
We get.
What are you concreting today? Or making pizza? Yeah. Sorry, Ash, go on, say it again.
We get to see this thing rolling around on the racetrack, being all cool and sexy in the sunlight.
So we got 250 kilo, 250 kilo, 300 kilo, 800, well 850 all up. I don't know if that equation, but we've got about 850 kilo. We've taken into account Ashton weighs about 90 odd kilos, so when the engineer gets here, we'll put on the scales, we'll get the thing to weight. Then we go from here, and we go over here. We go over to the racetrack. We're gonna do a lane change test, so they've got to get the thing up to speed, I think 80k an hour at full GVM, do the swerve test, make sure the thing doesn't roll over and end up on its lid. Then we're gonna do some braking tests. Fingers crossed, everything goes well. We're on, this is it. The engineering is happening here today. So as you can see here right now, as he comes past the side, you see how low the thing is sitting in the arse. Now there's a couple of things. 500 kilo constant load was a really good call. It's just sitting on bumps. But we're still, obviously this is the first time this has been done, so there's gonna be a lot of mucking around to get the thing setting at ride height. Possibly what Jack and I discussed this morning is the actual hangers that mount off the chassis that the leaf springs bolt to. What we're going to do, we think we're going to measure all this up. Once we get the weight out of it, we know it's a GVM, and we're going to remake those hangers so we'll get them to the right height, so then we can use standard 2-inch rear leaf springs. So as this thing progresses, we're going to change shock valving, we're going to change front spring rate, we're going to change rear leaf rate, that we know that we can use kind of standard off the shelf stuff and get that whole concoction together. Got the engineer in here, and we've got one of the drivers here from the complex. They're going to take the car out for a quick little run now, just ensure that they're kind of happy with everything, with the way that it drives, and then they'll get stuck into the testing. Yeah? Cool? You let someone drive your baby? You okay with that?
Okay, yeah.
You can imagine, even just with these tyres on it, like I've got to go, this is 50, I've got to go from here back to
The weights are softer now. Yep. I don't think so. Didn't you hear the tyres? No, the thing went to step out like 40k an hour.
Might be worth dumping your water and just getting a feel for what it's like unloaded. Yeah.
You're going to try and wait to see him, don't you? Oh no, it's worse than that. Oh, I can see it. Yeah. that weight just throws it on. Yeah, it's like it's so scary. I'd like to see what it's like without the weight, but we'll do that later. Like the test is done at 100 k's an hour, right? And you've got about 6 inches wider the cones than the track of the car. Yep. Right? So you think this thing won't do it at 40. Like it's mechanically, the suspension's so soft, it's just rolling on its thing. But if he, like legit, if he had to do an emergency lane change on the highway, he's going to be on his lid. He's dead. You know, even if we just pretend to swerve at 40.
Not good news. That was at 40k, and you can't hold on to the back of the car, eh? Like, legitimately, I don't think it's even about engineering. It's probably more about safety. If he drove that thing on the road, if he had to swerve, he'd be on his roof. And it's obviously the spring rate. I think we go those 800 kilo spring rates and a sway bar. That's okay. It's all part of it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Yeah. But they're going to do the brake testing today.
Yeah.
So at least we know that's done. But it ain't just about the engineering at the end of the day, mate. This is about your safety. Like, like that was literally like it goes left to right at 40k, and it's like your S15 at 150k tipping it in. Like, it just loses its back. If it could come out here and got it first hit, would have been awesome, but we're not even going to try and do the lane change test today. Yeah? Yeah. And here's a tip. Like, there's still a heap of them underneath that are just scratching the hell out of your floor. You want to get in there and get all that stuff. All right. Brake test. Let's get that done.
We came out to do the GVM testing today. The GVM testing involves brake testing and swerve test. We had a little drive around. We've got the pro driver in the car. He sort of did it at 40, 60k an hour, and he said not a chance. And then at the moment, we've got all the weight loaded in the rear with water. We kind of need to redistribute the load. So we're going to come back next time with radial tyres, and we'll come back with sandbags. Then we can put sandbags in the front, get some more weight over the front axle. Because at the moment, the arse is just sliding in the front. You know, there's no weight on the front to get it to turn. Right now, they're setting up for the brake test. They've got all the sensors in the car. There's a sensor on the pedal, and then it's got a GPS signal as well. So it'll measure meters per second deceleration from 100k. So we're going to go 100k to 0, loaded. Then we dump the weight, and then we go 100k to 0, unloaded. And then I think we do 50 to 0 as well.
Rubbing the towel now. The 49's just come along the back straight, so they're just taking it out there to do the first of the brake testing.
Sounding good.
That sounds ridiculous, does it not? So hopefully, fingers crossed, it passes this one. Do you reckon it's going to pass this one?
Yeah. It should.
Oh!
That speed, we got to be either +5 or like our limit is +5 or -1. So I aim for like 102. Yeah. And when you hit the brake pedal.
How'd you go?
All passed, mate, all good.
Passed?
Passed.
Happy?
Brakes are good.
How good's that? The brakes are good, so what, you got to clamp off the rears now, eh?
Yeah, so we're disconnecting the rear brakes, so only the fronts will be working.
Yep.
And it's from 70 k's an hour.
Awesome. Okay. So we're underneath just clamping off the rear lines. And then they're going to do, so that was at 100k?
100Ks.
And then you go 70Ks, just fronts?
Yep.
And
70k just the rear.
And then 70k just the rear.
70k no booster.
Yep.
70k no proportioning valve.
All right, go. Thanks, boys. Yo! Passed!
Yeah.
Passed the first one. There's still a few more to go, but that's the hard one. I think all things said and done, if it's past that first one, that's the hardest one. Now they do the rears and the fronts, and if it passes that, that means we get brakes on off today, which is awesome. That's gold. Yeah, all right. Back up in the tower. Go. All the loaded brake stuff done.
Now we've got the real test, the Toyota handbrake.
The Toyota hand. Oh, that's a fail. It's over. We might go and pack up now. Feels exactly the same, does it?
Yeah.
Just want to see what it feels like with no weight compared to before.
So you'll feel when you go around the corner, it sits on the rear,
yeah,
right, and then you end up with like a lot of, like you sort of...
That on the bump.
Yeah. I reckon. And then so, if you go to change direction, they bloody... Now you're chasing your tail?
Yeah, same deal, though.
Same deal. So...
Yeah, it's still doing exactly the same thing. So kind of what they're thinking is, obviously because the arse is so low, it's just steering right off the rear. But you can feel it when you go into that corner. You can feel it when it hits the bump. When it hits the bump is when it starts kind of, you know what I mean? So Ashton's going to take it for a drive now. Going to go for a quick cruise around the track. I think we're going to call it a day, boys. Yeah? Everyone happy?
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I think it was half a success. Not a full success, a half success. Back to the workshop. You got to get your crayons back out. You got to get your glue stick back out and see if we can make this thing safe. And then we'll be back here. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Back here. Or we'll see you back at the workshop. We'll see you somewhere.
Good truck, eh?
Yeah.
Be cool when it's going really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be